Hey guys, I want to do a video today about why some preppers can just be plain old stupid. And this may be offensive to some people, but I'm hoping this video will be a bit of an eye-opener more than anything. And have you guys take a look at what you're doing and evaluate how it is you're preparing for survival. First of all, you go online, you look up survival, prepping, anything like that. The most popular videos are the ones with big huge stores of food, guns and ammo, all that stuff. But in reality, this stuff is great to keep you alive, but in the end, let's face it, you can have all the guns and the ammo in the earth, but one person can sneak up with a match and burn you out of your house. One person can sneak up behind you while you're sleeping and do something to hurt you. All the guns can't keep you safe. They make us feel safe. I know, it feels good having guns and ammo around, but in reality, it doesn't make you safe. The same goes with your food storage. Having 6 months, a year of food, it feels good. I'm prepared. If anything happens, disaster, whatever, I'm ready. But in the end, all it takes is one rat, one mouse, bugs, anything to infest that food supply, and you're done. And you see this too much on YouTube, just these videos of people who, I have 6 months of food, I have 10,000 bullets, I have all this stuff, but, it's really just a crutch. The real key to survival is learning how to take care of yourself and be self-reliant. And you may see a video with this, what you're looking at right here, which is guns and rice might get 100,000 hits on YouTube, but then you do a video on saving seeds, and it might get a couple hundred, tops. But in reality, this is a far better way to ensure your survival. Look at this. You're talking $5 worth of rice versus these seeds here. These are just tomatoes. These are enough tomatoes to feed an entire community for a season. This will feed your community. And this cost me nothing. All it took is time. It doesn't look good, guys. Look at that. Nasty. It's gross. Slimy, messy, nasty stuff. But, like I said, this will feed your community. In a real disaster, this is your gold. You can sit there and grow 10 of each of these plants and give 10 to your neighbors and 10 to the neighbor next to them, and you'll still have plenty to spare. You have enough to feed your neighbors, and your neighbors aren't knocking on your door looking to kill you. You have food to trade, you have extra, you have a commodity, a renewable commodity. You eat this rice, it's gone. It's gone. It's never coming back. Seeds, you can keep picking seeds forever, you can keep growing. And the beauty is, these aren't just seed packets I bought from a store. And I'll tell you, the one thing I learned in my garden this year, you go to a store and buy a seed packet, you're lucky if 20% of those seeds actually sprout. And some of the things I bought, they grew, but they didn't even, they didn't produce any fruit. So having things that you've tested in your garden, grow in your climate and be able to carry those seeds on is great. Because you know what? I know these cherry tomatoes here. One plant will give me hundreds of cherry tomatoes. There's probably 50 seeds there. Same with these grape, the yellow tomato. They just grew fantastic this year. These black crim, they produce tomatoes as big as a softball almost. It's a lot of food right here. And it's renewable, and you can keep using it forever, but you're not going to pay attention to it because it's not this. So when you're out there, guys, watching videos, learning, I hate to tell you, but like I said, you can buy all the guns in the world. It doesn't make you safe. You can go and take 1 million training classes. It's not going to make you safe. There's always somebody better trained. There's always bigger groups of people. There's always people who just plain get lucky. Same with food. You can have all the rice in the world, but if it gets infested with bugs, you're done. If you're storing it in 5-gallon buckets and those seals on the buckets fail because of moisture or whatever, because your house isn't heated anymore, you're done. You know, if something fails, you're done. These guarantee year after year, season after season that you're growing. You're producing food. You're not just relying on, but you're producing. And, you know, you don't see much of this. You don't see many people out there saying, hey, seeds are gold, seeds are gold. Well, you know what, guys, seeds are gold. I would rather, you know, I spent a lot of my day today collecting and getting seeds ready. You know, putting them on paper, drying them out, and putting them into envelopes. You know, and this right here, guys, this is enough to feed a community. Right there. That little stack of envelopes will feed a community. That won't. And that's why I say most preppers, a lot of preppers are stupid. You really need to think about what you're doing and how you're evaluating your resources. I see so many people, excuse me, you'll see so many videos where people will have, and it's got 150,000 hits where some guy's showing you his basement, how he's got all this food supply and all this great gear and equipment, and he's got literally a lifetime supply of toilet paper. You know, he spent hundreds of dollars on toilet paper when you could wipe your ass with a rag, guys. You know, wouldn't you rather spend that on getting a good productive garden growing, collecting seeds, making sure they're viable? You know, doing all that. It's a much better investment. Look at this here. This is something else that was free. Had some green onions for dinner. Throw them in some water. I just cut the ends, throw them in some water. They're already sprouting again. What am I going to do with those? I'm going to throw them along my fence, and they will kind of grow throughout the fall. And then in the spring, I'm going to have some nice green onions in the spring. Simple, free. Takes a little bit of time, and once again, it's not pretty. Look at this. Dirty, nasty, murky water. It smells like onion. It's gross, it's nasty, and you know, nobody cares. No one's going to watch a video about this. But in the end, this is food next year. And I can keep growing these like this, guys. I can keep cutting these down, putting them in water, and keep growing onions for a long, long time. So when you're watching these videos, and you see this, these so-called survivalists who are saying, oh, I got 6 months of rice, I've got 10,000 bullets, you know, they're not doing their job. They're fishing for views, and they're, you know, and it gets us excited. You know, guys, I do too. I watch these videos, I see the guns and the food, and I get excited, and it's, you know, it's awesome. But in the end, it's not survival, it's not prepping. Real prepping are these dirty, little, tedious jobs that you do that aren't glorious, and nobody wants to watch your videos when they look like this. You know, they're just, nobody wants to watch them. But this is real survival. This channel isn't about being flashy and giving fake advice just to get views. This is about real world stuff. You know, nasty, dirty looking seeds that are all globbed up on the paper. But in the end here, we've got a couple hours worth of work and enough food for a community. Think about it, guys. Think about what you're doing with the resources you have, and what is the return on that. This is a big return. Big, big return. Food. Renewable food. That, it's nice. I'm not saying don't store food. I'm not saying don't buy guns. But I'm saying focus your energy on these mundane things that will keep you alive. After the food stores are gone, after the last bullet's shot, you know, this is the stuff that's going to keep you alive.